Previously on No Dice.
3 days ago, Elaria Faywing died.
She wrote you into the will? All three of you are mentioned specifically in her will.
My mansion, my treasures, are all yours, if you can open the last of my doors. The door can be opened with strength of the mind, but before you attempt, find the tiles, all 9. 3 are hidden where she creeps and crawls, the one with 8 legs and venomous jaws.
I always love getting stories from adventurers. I really wish I could just have, one of my own.
Are you ready? Let's roll the dice.
So, previous to this point, your mentor Elaria Faywing died and left you a riddle to find 9 tiles to unlock the vault in her backyard with presumably your inheritance inside it. Y'all chose to go to the staircase cliffs first and retrieve it from Alcaeus Scaviola the Dragonborn. That didn't end up so well, and one of your party died because y'all suck at climbing.
That's not a lie.
But you picked up a new friend on the way of that adventure. You also picked up 3 tiles. After that, you decided to go to the forest. And you ran into a couple of wolves and a ghost. Everybody survived that one, and you got 3 more tiles. You only need 3 more tiles to make 9 to get to this last thing. But this last thing is a giant cave full of a bunch of spider. So this spider is roughly the size of a warhorse, and it's a mythical beast, and the miners call her Vixthra.
I bet she's friendly.
I'm sure she's very friendly. She lives in a cave behind a waterfall, and for some reason Elaria thought it was a cool idea to put all her shit back there with the spider. You are in front of this cave, and there's a waterfall. What would you like to do?
Let's go in it. There's no doors for Faywing to smash into.
Perception check.
Let's do a perception check.
I'm just gonna do those every 5 seconds because this is my second adventure ever, and I assume wolves are gonna pop out of everywhere.
I just want to say that we should just count how many times it takes us to fucking pass a perception check, because it's just we're not good at it.
Who would like to do me a perception check?
I think Sarah should.
I will. Somebody should do it.
Would you, if you would like to? It's not essential.
It's on wisdom.
The
yeah.
Wisdom?
Yep, wisdom.
I got a 1
Okie dokes.
plus on wisdom.
Oh, you see jack shit. I got a 14.
With Sayersha's 14 perception check, she is able to peer through the waters of the waterfall and see some little shadows moving around. They look humanoid, but you're not sure what exactly they are.
Squint of suspicion.
But it looks like there are a couple of them. So,
hey guys, it looks like there's some people or something in the cave.
I go in.
What?
Be careful.
Damn it. Oh. Harry follows to make
So-
sure Faywing doesn't do some dumb shit and beat people up.
And Sayersha follows, but behind, while holding up a large book.
once you so Faywing tromps through the water and ducks under the waterfall to go into this cave, and the other 2 follow close behind her. And once she enters the cave, there's 5 gnome-sized lizard folk, and they're sitting around playing dice and rolling dice. Yeah, they can do that. We can't. And roasting rats over a fire, having some snacks. But you have disturbed their fun social time. So, as you enter the cave, they grab up their weapons and start screaming at you in Draconic. And now we're gonna roll initiative.
Wait, does anybody speak Draconic?
Well, definitely
That would be
Faywing.
me, the Dragonborn.
Let me see if
Yeah.
I can.
Yeah, I don't.
I can speak Draconic too. So what are
Well,
they screaming?
Fuck me.
So Sayersha and Faywing, you can hear these they're kobolds.
Yeah.
And they're screaming, food, meals for the 8-legged mother, food. So,
Oh, that's really not great.
not ideal.
No, we're not tasty. We can bring you some food.
Very tasty. They're very tasty.
Bring it on!
Oh Jesus!
God.
I got a 21 for initiative.
Oh, I gotta roll. I gotta actually roll.
And Perry got a 5, so that's fine.
Hang on.
The kobold are gonna have advantage because you walked in on them. Like,
But we surprised them. They should have the opposite of advantage.
Yes.
They were busy doing stuff. Have you ever been disturbed while you're eating food? Are you ready to fight as soon as you're done eating food?
Yes.
No, you're hungry, you're full, and you have itis.
well, unfortunately, I didn't write this, and it says if the feces don't. Never. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna fuck it.
You're the GM. You have the power.
I don't have the. I have no power. 0 powers. All right. First in the order is Saoirse. After that is Feywing, then the kobolds, and then Perry.
All right.
Perry's never
So-
gonna fight ever.
Yeah. Well, it depends on how well y'all do. Go ahead.
Well, I'm being a little bit, a little scared and a little like protective of the people that are finally taking me on an adventure, which is really exciting. Since Saoirse just kind of like runs in first and like throws her magic wand out and casts sleep
Oh my god, why?
because I have it.
I love that, like, your character. It's just gonna be a thing. All of those characters cast sleep on people.
Okay,
Saoirse,
so
would you like to move into the cave, like on the map?
yeah, I will move in, right in front of these guys, but
Yeah,
like
just
a
move
little
it.
off to the side so I can dart behind this rock formation that's over here. So it's it's a solid can hit all of them because they're pretty close together.
Oh boy. Okay, so roll 5d8. The total is how many hit points of creature this spell can affect.
Okay.
So do that, and then creatures within 20 feet of a point you choose.
Okay, so 24.
I'm not sure why I asked you to do that, because there's no possible way that would have missed them, but just for like posterity, I needed you to do it correctly. So
That's fine.
Hold on.
Still hits, so it doesn't matter.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Oof. Wait, don't you have to center it
And
on
one of them was a critical success.
There.
Good
Yeah, that's
God.
true. Either way, like you super done good. The kobold are in about like the center of their circle is about like 25 feet around.
Okay.
So you can either hit this cluster of 3 or hit this cluster of 2, but you can't really hit them.
Well, I'm gonna hit the cluster of 3.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Let's.
At least I don't have to sing for this anymore.
I like the singing.
That's not a. I was about to say that's not a good thing.
I mean, like, Saoirse can have a terrible voice. Who knows?
Yes.
All right. So Saoirse casts sleep. 3 of the kobold are asleep, and that is good until when?
Until they either take damage or, let me read it again. It's pretty much like until they take damage or a minute has gone by.
Okay, so basically we could kill the other 2 and sneak past them and not die, right?
Yes, or we could
I mean-
stab them in their sleep.
But then
Yeah.
they would wake up, so if we don't kill them, then we're kind of fucked over.
All right. So that was Saoirse's turn. 3 of the kobold are asleep. That still leaves 2 of them. Feywing, what are you doing?
Alright, so I can't reach any of them immediately. So I'm just gonna approach. So, alright, so I'm gonna approach the closest one, which I believe is the sleeping one.
Okay.
Oh my god, you moved so far.
I mean, that's the same number of blocks to get to, like, this spot. Next to the one living one, which is in wind striking range. I think you're actually closer to that one, because the first thing over there is a pot of some sort.
Wait, can we move diagonal?
Yeah?
Oh.
Yeah.
You're not, like, dice. You can move here.
Alright, then I'm gonna go there.
Oh, are you though?
Okay. I don't like how that
Are
sounds.
you though?
Oh god.
Oh, there's a hole.
Yes, there is.
Oh, no!
Feywing, you have sprung a pit trap. The kobold are really good pit makers, and you have fallen into a pit trap.
You know what?
So long, friends.
I love you.
So you have fallen through the floor real hard. You charge toward this kobold, and like you were doing real good, and, and then your feet just went straight out from under you, and you fall to the floor of the pit, and you take 11 points of fall damage.
Jeez.
And land prone. The pit is 10 feet deep.
Yeah, and that's it. Those are my hit points. So long.
What?
Well, I'm out. I'm done.
Good
So
God,
long.
Daniel.
Okay, well, okay. So, just to remind you,
Is that a
Feywing
skull?
is not dead. Yeah, Feywing's not dead. Feywing is unconscious.
I'm just taking a nap.
Some well-deserved rest.
Down here in the pit, but unless someone can reach in there and grab Feywing, Feywing is out because they're at the bottom of a 10-foot pit.
Okay. Can I if I do a perception check, will I be able to pick up on these traps or no?
Yes.
Oh, well, fuck. I should have listened to you 5 seconds, 20 minutes ago.
Jeez.
When you said
but-
roll a perception check.
Well, that's not what I meant, but okay. So next is the kobold's turn, and since 3 of them are asleep, doesn't do anything. But the other ones are going to find their handouts and find out what they can do first.
Kobold things.
Yeah.
Oh, we're all gonna die.
The one kobold that's near Feywing kind of points down in the pit and laughs at Feywing because they're down in the pit.
Wow, that is an asshole kobold.
Yeah, and you know they're still screeching in Draconic like, "You thought you were so smart, and now you're not." Anyway,
I rescind my statement that kobold are people.
and the oh my god,
Daniel.
so the kobold next to Feywing crits their attack roll and and decides to fire off their sling at Saoirse because Saoirse's closer.
Yeah.
You know.
And hits Saoirse for 5 points of damage.
Okay.
You know what? I'm not gonna do that.
You can't rescind it. It already happened.
No, that attack hit. Say took 5 points of something I can't remember damage.
Okay.
I'll just 5 points of bludgeoning damage, and that's all we're gonna do. And that's it. The other kobold is just gonna stand there and like flip you both off real hard.
Which kobold is flipping us off? That's very important.
The one hiding behind the one with the sling, like he's a little bit shorter than the other one,
Oh, yeah.
so he's just hiding behind his buddy, like yeah. He's not like doing anything because he's still kind of like he knows the biggest baddest one is in the pit, but also that little one just put 3 of his buddies to sleep, so he's not like super rad on coming out there and getting y'all. Now it's Perry's turn.
It's Perry's turn.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm moving here.
Okay.
Goodbye. I suggest that Say move behind the rock.
I was also gonna move there after I get a turn again.
Wait, hold on. I'll move there. Okay.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that works.
Okay.
Are you gonna attack them at all?
Nope. I am small.
In character, I'm just like, aren't you gonna try?
I'm gonna shoot this guy in front. Not the sleepy guy, the guy that was laughing at Feywing and then blasted her, and then
Yeah.
that one with my short bow. We'll see how
Okay,
well
go
that
for it.
works.
Holy balls.
Fuck.
All right.
Well, that's a 24. Is that what we said? 24?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
24.
So that's
And
5
that-
piercing damage.
Okay, that kobold is way dead.
Fuck yeah, I did it!
That kobold in front was laughing at his success in hitting Saoirse real good, and then Perry reaches out from behind the rock and fires her short bow, and he's kind of and dies. And his buddy who was behind him, also laughing and flipping you the bird, is now standing exposed and kind of goes, "Oh shit!" And good job, Perry. Now it's Saoirse's turn.
Alright, so I'm going to cast...
You have 3 sleeping ones, 1 dead one. Feywing is in the pit, unconscious, and
Uh-huh.
1 live kobold.
Okay. Alright, I am gonna cast Thunder Wave at...
Hell yeah.
Wait, at what level? I'm only level 1, right?
You're level 1, you're a baby.
Okay. Cast it.
Oh.
It's thunder time.
It's
All
Mighty
right.
Morphin Thunder time. Alright, so they gotta do a Constitution save, yes?
Yes.
Constitution, probably not these fuckers' strong point. Ooh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Sayersha, like, points her little wand at the kobold who is, like, flipping them off, and she's like, that was not very nice! Thunder Wave!
Now, is this roll right here what I have to beat to not do this?
You have to... I think the 13 is the save, yeah.
Okay, because this kobold just rolled a 15.
So he takes half the damage.
So half of what?
And
what
not
kind
pushed. So half of 11 is, like, 5.
So that kobold is kind of freaking out. No, he was like, he saw you cast Thunder Wave, and for a minute it didn't hit him, and he's like, and then it actually hit him, and he like gets bowled over and slams his head against a rock and dies. So those two are dead, and the other 3 are asleep.
That is what you get for not being nice!
Those guys have about 30 more seconds of sleep.
Okay.
So I would suggest that you please get over there and kill them in the next 5 minutes.
Okay, so I'm gonna take my movement then.
We're out of initiative because all the targets have been neutralized, so just
Alright.
go stab them.
So I'm gonna take... me and Perry can do this at the same time.
Sure.
Yeah, go for it.
I'll dagger, because that's shorter.
Sayersha,
Uh-huh.
is that where you're moving to?
Not yet, I was gonna
No.
figure that out.
No, it's
Okay.
not.
Okay.
I roll a perception check.
Actually, yeah, before anything, perception check.
No,
Roll-
it's not.
Roll a perception check, please.
Okay,
Shit,
perception.
what's my it's wisdom, right?
Please roll me a check. Yeah.
Okay, I got a 9, so I probably see jack shit and nothing, but... you
Yeah.
know.
Oh
I
wow.
also got a 9.
So it's a little dark in here, but you can still see by the light coming in through the waterfall that and the fires.
I also have dark vision.
And Perry, by the firelight of the campfires the kobold have lit, you see 3 kobold kind of lying around in a weird parody of a sleepover on one side of the cave, and on the other side of the cave you have 2 kobolds, one with a severe concussion and the other one with an arrow through his throat, and there's a gaping hole in the ground, and some like faint dragonborn snoring coming out of it. Because Feywing's real unconscious down there, but you don't see any any traps or anything, or maybe any treasure lying around. You don't see any of that.
All right. Well, I'm gonna cast because it worked so well last time. I'm gonna cast another Thunder Wave
Oh, God.
at I'll cast it at the first one. That way, if he does go back, he can hit the second one. Wait, no, that's a bad idea. I'm gonna hit the last one.
And they can't roll saves while they're unconscious.
Yeah.
Right?
So,
Yeah. So this is irrelevant. Go for it.
the last one.
Wow, that was a really crappy thunder wave, but it doesn't matter because they can't save against it. Like it's too bad it's gonna hit them. So
and it also pushes him back 10 feet.
it hits the first kobold, and he gets scooted back real hard. Just kind of skids across the floor a little bit, and slams into his friend right behind him. And the weight of his body crushes him against the wall.
These guys are
And
babies.
And that one dies.
I almost feel bad.
So now there's one lone unconscious kobold at the back of the cave, and you have about 20 more seconds before he wakes up.
Okay, I'm gonna short bow this guy.
Knock it out.
Maybe.
Knock him out.
And 14.
Oh yeah.
With 4 damage.
With 4 damage. He's like, okay, so the last kobold, you shoot an arrow at him, it takes him kind of in the clavicle a little bit, so he's hurt. He you shoot him and he sits up straight and like grabs the arrow like, oh god, and starts trying to like pull on it, So he's wounded nigh unto death, but he's not dead. Now he's real awake and real pissed off.
Yeah,
Oh,
of course
no.
he is.
Um,
I'm gonna go hide behind my rock again.
Is
There's
it
not
his
much he.
turn, or is it my turn now?
Well, there's not much he can do right now because he is very injured, except for like yell curses at you, which he's doing very loudly.
Okay, since he's yelling curses,
I cast sleep.
no. I'm gonna actually cast. This is gonna sound real fucked up, and I'm very sorry. But I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and push the arrow in.
Yes.
Do it up.
Oh God! So, so you cast Mage Hand, and a spectral floating hand appears.
Yeah.
And jams the arrow into this poor kobold's neck, and he kind of he's still grabbing at it and trying to they do a kind of grotesque tug of war type thing, and then it goes straight into his jugular, and he kind of goes and dies.
Okay, so during that whole time, Sayerish is just like, sorry.
Hey, Say, do you mind using that there mage hand to grab Feywing from that pit? That'd be
I
cool.
don't know if I can lift Feywing. It doesn't it doesn't work that well for things that aren't light. Feywing's not large, but she is large.
I don't think Feywing would appreciate you calling her fat there, Say, but it's
I'm not fat shaming the dragon.
No, Feywing is definitely large and she likes it.
Okay, is there any way that we can get Feywing out of this pit and, maybe her not be unconscious? That would
I will roll
be good.
Perception. That's a 17.
Feywing, you need to roll me a death save, please.
Rolling.
I'm about to roll a perception in a minute, as soon as we're done clicking buttons.
That's
Oh,
a
for
2,
fuck's sake,
my
Bree.
friends.
All right,
Oh,
so
God.
Feywing has failed death save 1, but Saoirse rolled a decent perception check. So in looking around this cave,
Squinting of suspicion.
Saoirse is able to perceive another pit trap
Okay.
a little further back in the room, and she's like, well, thank God we didn't go back there. And she also notices something shiny in some piles of trash.
Okay.
So can you roll me a d6, please?
A D6? I will.
Yes, please.
Boop. 4.
Okay. And so in this pile of trash over here in the corner, Saoirse finds 1 silver piece. Yeah. And 2 potions of healing and 2 potions of greater healing.
Alright, that's perfect.
Well, shit. Too bad the dragon's unconscious.
That's fine. I can
just throw it at her
get
face.
down into the hole.
Okay, do you have a rope? Wait, hold on.
It's only 10 feet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I, go over to the hole and, scoot off and, hold on to the edge and kind of, shimmy myself down until my feet are only a little bit off the thing, can I drop down without getting any damage?
Yeah.
Like you would if you were, jumping off of, a roof.
As long as you don't accidentally fall into it, you should be fine.
Okay, cool. So that's
Did
what
you
I'm
just
gonna
say
do.
jumping off of a roof?
Have you never done that?
No, my house is 2 stories high.
Jumping off a roof, we've all been there.
We used to go sledding off of my roof when it was real bad.
That
Snow, we've all been there.
Yes. Okay. So I'm gonna go shimmy down into that hole and pour a potion of greater healing into the dragon's mouth and hope she doesn't bite me.
Okay, so the potion of greater healing heals creatures for 4d4 plus 4.
4d4 plus 4. I can do this.
Who's rolling? Is it?
I do?
Okay. I guess Lou does. It doesn't say.
Alright.
Yeah. 4 plus 4.
But, I mean, you can't exceed your max.
13.
So you're
That's 10. Probably, right? You have 10?
11.
So you're back to 4.
Yeah,
You
I'm back
fancy.
to max.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna wake up with a start.
Are you okay? They're all taken care of now. Are you okay?
Are you okay?
I mean, I've got sort of a bleeding hole on my arm.
What?
But
What?
that's not important.
What?
Oh, I forgot you got hit, homie.
I bleed a
would you
lot.
You
you
were
like to do
doing
a shot?
so good with their magic that I kind of forgot that you were like at half points right now.
How did you I fell. What happened?
I think you hit your head on the way down. It's not that deep of a hole, but now we're both sort of stuck in it.
Yeah, but
Perry wanders over here and is gonna throw her rope down. Can I do that?
how did you heal me? Do you have healing powers?
Oh no, I've got these potions. Holds up a bag of potions and silver.
Well, then you should use one of those on yourself.
But what if when we're fighting this spider you get hurt again?
I think we need to think of another approach. I want to punch things, obviously, but I'm in a hole and I fell and we didn't even get to the spider yet. We need a plan. I hate to say this, but we need a plan. It's gonna be the rats all over again.
Alright, well first let's get out of this hole. Either you can boost me up and we can pull you up, or I think that Harry just dropped a rope. Yeah.
Yeah,
over
I
there.
did, guys. There's a rope, so like whatever you want to do with that.
Alright, so shimmy up the rope.
I climb the rope.
Oh, Perry anchors it to the rock because she sure as fuck can't carry both of y'all, and will not be responsible if you fall and die.
So, make me a strength check, you two.
Okay.
Faywing and Say, please. Fay and Say.
Hey,
Oh, wow.
nat 20 plus 3.
Hey.
I feel good.
So Faywing is back with a freaking vengeance, and like Sayersha tries to climb the rope but doesn't quite make it, and Faywing's like, "Don't worry, little friend, I've got you," and like swoops Sayersha up in one arm and climbs the rope with one hand and no legs.
Oh
Yes!
my god.
Yes!
And just
Sayersha like blushes a little bit, like gets the Doki Dokis right here. Like, I'm glad I saved you.
Well, Faywing, I'm glad that you're alive. That's nice.
You seem to have done pretty well without me.
I mean,
We probably
We
wouldn't
were-
have done so well if the kobold wasn't trying to make fun of you.
What?
what? Okay, to be fair, we both kind of hid behind that rock and, like, attacked them from there. So, like, really, we didn't get anywhere near them, whereas you probably could have killed all of them in, like, one big punch. So, like, really, you're still better than us at this.
Alright, so, when we first came in, they were all saying something about food for the mother or something like that. And I'm thinking, what if we take the kobolds and feed them to her?
I like that plan because it involves not us being food. But how are we gonna carry them?
That's,
I'll do it.
Oh my god.
if we just sort of rope them all together,
We can just roll them. If we just,
like a weird
in,
Sunday
like, a
roast.
big giant ball, we could just push it.
How about we just cut it into smaller pieces like the elephant?
Yeah, that might be a better idea. Put it in a bag.
this is all very interesting.
Daniel!
But Sayersha, are you gonna drink one of these potions or not?
Winku.
Because I'm like holding them on my fingers, like, all right, there's 2 and there's 1.
Not unless directly told to.
You don't have to, but you are at
I know.
You're bleeding.
It's
I already
okay.
know what. I don't even know what hit points you're at because I didn't do it right, like a dummy.
I did it.
I didn't.
3 left. Are we chopping these kobolds to little bitty bite-sized roast bits?
Let's do it.
What if she likes it cooked?
That, are we thinking that far ahead? Is this in character?
No.
Is this in character or not?
Okay, so the only thing that I have to say about this plan is that we're not her minions, and she could eat us anyway. So
I could disguise us?
wait, you can do that?
I think so. Let me. I've read about it.
Let me check my book. Hold on, give me a minute.
So she picks up her comically large spell book. Well, I can disguise myself.
I will say that's a good idea if you drink one of the freaking health potions. You're still bleeding.
Oh, all right. I should do that. Yeah. So she takes out one, and
Potion of healing or greater healing?
just the regular healing.
All right, that one heals for 2d4 plus 2.
2d4. Okay. D4 plus 2. 4.
Slightly not bleeding.
So Sayersha's back at 7. Their max is 8, so
Yeah. So.
they're like almost all the way to the
It's
top.
fucking
Got a
fine.
paper cut, but hey. So, and Sayersha also has in their bag 1 potion of greater healing and 1 potion of healing left.
Okay. Nice to feel fit as a fiddle now. Alright, so I'm gonna cast Disguise Self to look like a kobold.
Okay, but wait. Hold on. So, if you cast Disguise on yourself, then are we still cutting up the kobolds? Are you bringing us as a food offering?
Yes, we should do that. We should cut them up because they said that she was hungry and that she needed food. So you two can sort of sneak around the edge of the cave while I go in and feed her.
Oh, I'm not good at sneaking. Sneaking is not my I'm strong. You got a rogue though. The rogue might be better at
I'm good at sneaking.
Alright, so maybe Parody can sneak around behind her, and so if we do need to fight her, then she can sort of, get her from behind, and then you can be right behind me and pretend, oh gosh, that maybe you're like one of my prisoners, or I don't know. What do you think, Feywing?
this is not my strong suit. I just want to get in there, but I'm worried about pits, and I'm worried about you, and I want to get in. We need these tiles.
Okay, so let's go in and take stock of what is going on in there, and then we'll figure out if we need to do slashy slashy or sneaky sneaky.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
I suggest that since Say is the one that saw the pits, that you know where they are, because I didn't roll a perception check for that. So I'm gonna follow you.
I forgot to mention this. There is a thick, heavy curtain between this chamber of the cave and the next one.
Okay.
So you're gonna have to go through the curtain to be able to get anything out of the next cave.
Okay.
I'm sorry I did not mention that before. That's my fault.
Approximately how heavy is the heavy curtain?
Oh my god, Lou, I see what you're trying to do here.
Thank you.
It's like one of those light blocking curtains.
Is
So
it
it's
more
not
than
a-
10 pounds?
No, it's not more than 10 pounds.
Oh, good.
Good.
Like, I hate to say this because I hate you, but it's not more than 10 pounds.
Ah!
Alright, okay. So I'm
There's
gonna move
spell slots.
carefully around these pits and start examining it. I'm gonna do an investigation.
Okay.
Which, let me go get I'm gonna go click it. Oh, so I got a 23 in investigation.
Well,
Okay.
shit.
So I basically want to know if, this thing is specifically, if I move it at all, will anything behind it know that we're coming in?
Most likely. Just due to the fact that, she's a giant spider.
Uh-huh.
and she's got webs all over. You can see like some of her webbing in this front chamber, but it's not like. But you would presume that since the inner chamber's more hers, more of her web is there.
Okay.
And it like that gives her perception of anywhere her web is, and also you can hear some like bones clinking inside, some rustling around. Like maybe there's more than one individual inside that inner cave, like more than just maybe a giant spider. Maybe there's another like. Maybe there's a giant spider boyfriend or something, like...
Oh.
Or girlfriend. I'm not judging. I mean...
I have an idea.
Okay.
Okay. So, if this spider is like any other, like, normal spider,
Uh-huh.
they feel by what's on their webs, right?
Yeah.
So if we cut up these kobolds,
Uh-huh.
and then we could put, like, if we wanted to get away from her, could we put, like, their tiny body pieces on different parts of the web to fool her?
Yes.
Would that be a good idea?
That'd be
Logistically?
great. We could drop it with Mage Hand.
I was just
Yes.
thinking, like, we could just fucking launch a dead corpse into this room without even going in and see what
Right?
happens.
I could just like we could just attach it. Obviously, it would be just so easy to just attach it to an arrow and then just sling it. Obviously, that's the best plan. Just
Yeah.
kidding.
All right,
Well-
so Feywing, maybe you should throw one of the kobolds that we haven't cut up way far in there.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna do it.
This is gonna happen either way.
Roll a strength check.
That's what I was assuming. And I got 8 plus 3 and 11. That's not great.
It's
Not
still
great.
passing though.
Yep. So Feywing hauls off and chunks this dead corpse of a kobold, like skidding under the curtain, but the curtain kind of like catches on his dagger that's stuck in his pants, so it kind of like doesn't go. You can still see his feet sticking out from under the curtain. So he's not all the way in there, but he's in there.
Okay.
And from there's definitely more rustling going on in the other chamber, and once he like breaks the curtain, so you hear this kind of like ah! Like he really shocked someone, but
Oh.
don't know who it is. So that's there's definitely movement in there though. Like now they really know you're here.
Well, I'm gonna cast that disguise self. I think I disguise myself, and I look like one of the kobolds, I guess, just in case.
So are we going in here?
We should wait like just a little bit longer, and hear. Just listen a little bit to what's going on in there, and then decide. Yes, I think that's a good idea.
So is that investigation or perception?
Could be either, whichever is better for you.
Are we all doing investigation checks?
Sure.
It's kind of it's real. You're not going to be able to perceive anything else behind this fucking big ass curtain. I'm just telling you.
Can we like slyly pick like a little bit of it to the corner and kind of like put your head in to investigate?
You can try, but it's dark in there. So
I
like,
have dark vision. I have 60 feet dark vision.
cool. Would you like to peek around the curtain?
Yep.
So you peek around the curtain, and there's another kobold in there, and he's in there like picking his fingernails with his knife and kind of like glancing back toward the curtain, like, how long is it gonna take these fucks to get in here? Holy shit, this is not that hard. But like he's just back there. He's over there chilling, you know. And there's webs everywhere, but there's no sign of a spider.
Okay, so Saoirse like leans back and is like, okay, so there's one more in there. I'm gonna see if I can get him to come out here, and then Feywing and Perry, you can stab him.
Okay.
All right.
Good, let's do it.
Perry pulls out a dagger and then moves over here.
Yeah. Saoirse leans their kobold-ish head in, and says in Draconic, trying to imitate the way that they were talking. Hey, can you help us out here? These guys are giving us more trouble than they're worth.
Listen, Bobby, Jerry, whoever the fuck. I don't remember all of your names, because why would I? Listen, we had a plan. The plan is, they come in here. So, if some of you have to die, I don't give a fuck. Please lure them inside. Do your job.
No, you don't understand what I'm saying. We killed them all. They're just very large, so I can't drag them in to feed them to the...
You piece of shit. You know she likes them alive. What the fuck is wrong with... How long have you been here? Are you a new hire? You've been here 2 days?
Yeah, I'm new.
Alright, well, I'm sending you back to the temp agency because clearly you're shit.
That's fine. We just need help bringing them in.
Do I look like the fucking help? Do I look like the fucking help?
Well, they're not... She's not gonna get fed. Do you want her to eat you?
She's not gonna eat me. She don't give a fuck about me. She's gonna eat your ass. Listen, Mother Vixtra, Lord of Ball, you wanna eat him? Read this one? Oh, okay. She said she's gonna eat you instead, so...
Well, I'm not gonna go in there if she's gonna eat me.
You seem to think there's anywhere in this cave you can hide from her.
Maybe I can run out of the cave.
Good riddance. Please, go back to wherever hellhole you came from.
I don't...
apologize for the noise!
Oh
What the fuck is happening?
Okay, so, getting frustrated, Sayerish is just like, this isn't gonna work.
That's the only one.
Sleep.
Welcome back to the commercial break zone. Come, take a break with me. Have some coffee. If you don't like coffee, have some tea. If you don't like tea, have a nice, warm, or cold beverage. Please have a beverage with me, Brittany. Thank you so much for listening to episode 4 of No Dice. This episode of No Dice is actually sponsored in part by Tabletop Loot, your one-stop shop for all of your dice needs. Now, just because our podcast is called No Dice doesn't mean that you should be without a nice set of tabletop dice. Now, I just got my actual first set of tabletop dice from Tabletop Loot, and let me tell you, I am in love. I'm going to pause for a minute. I want you to hear these nice dice sounds. They're gorgeous. Did you hear that? Did you hear those wonderful dice sounds? I know I obviously can't show you because this is not a visual medium, but you can head on over to tabletoploot.com and check out all of their variety of wonderful, wonderful dice. All sorts of color schemes for everyone. They're affordable. They're quality dice. I actually ordered the Purple Knight dice set, which is, perfect for me. It's my favorite color scheme, and I play a paladin. I mean, come on, what other dice set would I get? So head on over. There's a lot of options, a lot of really, really cool stuff. We're very proud to be partnering with Tabletop Loot for this particular portion of No Dice. So go on over to their Twitter page, follow them, give them a like on Facebook, all of that good jazz. No Dice is really excited to be partnering with Tabletop Loot. So go on over to tabletoploot.com and get your dice today. No Dice is a proud member of the Pocket Podcast Network, a network that is dedicated to bringing you quality podcasts right to your pockets. If you like our show, obviously you can let everyone know, leave us a review on iTunes, share the word, go on Twitter, let everyone know. But you might also find other shows you like on the network, like Time Zones Are Hard, The 15th Precinct, and Bad Dinner Party. Those are some really great shows that are on the network right now that you can listen to. So go on over to pocketpodcastnetwork.com and see what you can find. If you want to support us, on the network, you can become a Patreon supporter at patreon.com/pocketpodcastnetwork. We've got a lot of really great stuff going up on Patreon right now, including a very super spooky episode of No Dice. I actually GM'd Clue D&D mashup, and I think it was fairly successful. Everyone had a good time. That is actually on Patreon right now. It will be released to the public on October 31st, so you will get to hear it if you're not a Patreon supporter. But you get really cool episodes like that early. You get full access to all of that and a lot of fun behind the scenes from all of the shows on the network. And additionally, there also is an in-network podcast called Out of Pocket, and that has been released early on the Patreon for this month. And so potentially in the future, No Dice would like to do an Out of Pocket where we talk about behind the scenes, any questions you guys may have. We can talk about how bad we are at playing D&D. I mean, there's a lot of options that we can do. So head on over to patreon.com/Pocket Podcast Network and please consider becoming a Patreon supporter. Like I mentioned earlier, leave us a review on iTunes. We love going to iTunes and seeing you guys' reviews. It makes us feel like we're actually doing something that you guys like. We're very excited to see what y'all think of the upcoming episodes. We're actually recorded a little bit ahead, so we've been sitting on some really, really cool stuff that we're very excited for you guys to listen to. So head on over to iTunes. We are on Google Play. I don't believe Google Play does reviews. Tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your grocery store cashier. Word of mouth is the best way to let everyone know that we're here and we're ready to share our D&D adventures with you guys. Additionally, reviews on iTunes are great. You can also find us on Twitter at No Dice Podcast. You can also use the hashtag No Dice Podcast. Tweet us what you think. Tweet us your favorite moments. Tweet us your favorite quotes. If you want to tweet us names of NPCs, go ahead. We actually like just seeing all of your tweets. So please, any and all tweets, we will pull names from the users, any suggestions you have, and we'll put them in a big list and we will use them as NPCs and you will get to be a part of our podcast. We'll bring you into the fold. So we don't have any pocket notes for this episode of No Dice, but if you want to get your own personal message to be read on the show, you can go to pocketpodcastnetwork.com/pocketnotes and find all the information there. We would love to get your personal messages. We really love to kind of spread the love. We love to spread the love. We love love here at No Dice. So go on over to pocketpodcastnetwork.com/pocketnotes. Pocket notes. That's the one. And we will read your message on the show. We have an in-house message from the No Dice crew. Lou is currently creating a comic book. If you go to Kickstarter.com and search for Dystopia Rising graphic novel Grave Days, you will be able to see the comic that they have been working on so hard for 2 years. And as of now, I'm looking at the page right now, it is actually fully funded. But you still have 19 days to go to, well, by the time this comes out, it'll be 18 days. You can pledge as little as $5, and they have rewards that go up to $500, and you don't want to miss this. You want to get in on all of the great rewards that you can get for backing this project. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous piece of work, and I'm very, very proud of our dear friend Lou. I cannot wait to see this in hard copy. I am so stoked. It's definitely something we like to support our members of our crew and members of the network, and Lou has been working very, very hard on this project for a very long time, and I'm just so excited for y'all to see this. So head on over there. We've also been tweeting it on the No Dice Twitter and on the No Dice Facebook page. You can also search for Dystopia Rising. It is a LARPing game, and I believe that they've also been posting the updates for the Kickstarter. I don't know if any of y'all are into LARPing, but that is also a really cool thing that Lou does. And we might have to talk about it sometime on No Dice. So that is the really great thing about being a really cool community, is we get to support the artist within our network. So go on over and help Lou become the comic book artist of their dreams. Although, to be honest, they already are an amazing comic book artist. So, you know, they just want to create more, and we want to support them. Thank you so much for listening to No Dice. We're very excited to keep playing and keep going. This is actually the second to last episode of this current arc. So the last episode of finding Elaria's tiles will be out on November 3rd. So stick around, and I'll let you get back into the adventure.
The kobold in the chamber falls the fuck asleep.
How close is Vixtra?
Vixtra is not visible to you.
Oh, good.
Fuck everything.
Do we have any... Ooh, do we have any torches?
Do you have any torches?
I also have
just for the record, A1, the kobolds had campfires out there, so you could probably grab like a stick from their campfire. And B2, I fucking hate you for putting him to sleep, but thank God I don't have to do that voice anymore.
Okay, that voice
what do you mean? You don't want to do the kobold voice?
I'm trying not to laugh. Like, that voice happened, and I was like, what the fuck is Daniel doing?
No, I was like
Hate
I was watching the two
later.
of you, and like both of you were like. Actually, Lou held it together really well. Lou was just like,
Can we enter this chamber?
But hold on a second. So Saoirse turns back and she's like, so I can't see anything in there, but I get the feeling that she doesn't like light and that she probably doesn't like being put on fire. So I'm thinking that we light all her webs on fire.
Oh, I like that idea. That's a solid idea there, Say. That's a good
Like,
one.
maybe, Perry, you and I can take some of our arrows and light them on fire and then just kind of fire them into the chamber
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah. I don't know how many fucking arrows I have. I used 2 of them. I'm gonna assume that I pulled them back out of the dead bodies. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, that's fine.
I ain't gonna waste arrows like that.
Saoirse and Perry are prepping like arrows and things on fire. I am gonna just take sticks out of the campfire and just chuck them.
Okay.
So
like, on the count of 3, we'll pull down the curtain and just launch our
Okay.
barrage.
do you want
So
me to
we're gonna.
like, roll any kind of check for that? Okay.
I mean, I have to roll my short bow
Yes,
for
you
it.
have to roll a check for that. Roll a I hate you and this is not how this is supposed to go check.
What do you want us, like, what exactly do you want us to roll on this one?
Right, if you want us to survive this arc, let us light shit on fire. Look.
Well, I'm telling you that this giant arachnid is nowhere in sight, so if you just go in chucking shit where there's nothing in there.
No, it's the
So-
webs. We're trying to light the webs on fire so we
Fire.
can
Okay.
see.
All right. So that's fine.
And
yeah.
so that she
bitch.
can't sense us. And so it's just fire.
Yeah, so roll for attack. I get attack
Okay.
the webs.
So,
Alright, so just like your weapon thing?
Yeah, just roll a d20 for attack.
Okay.
Because I mean, it's a fire stick. Just you
Yeah,
know.
I
but-
just need to roll a fucking fire
roll.
stick.
Yeah, you roll an attack. I guess with your strength modifier
Okay.
For, Feywing?
Yeah.
for whoever's attacking with fire sticks. I would assume all of you, and I assume an A1. I'm gonna need you all to move in.
So,
To the
Perry and Saoirse are lighting arrows on fire and shooting them
Right.
into the...
yeah. So I would
Right.
have
Well, somebody's gonna have to jerk aside the curtain as well.
Yeah. So, I
That
think
could be me because I have
Feywing
a
should
I have a
yank it down.
handful.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, guys. All right, get your arrows on fire, and then on
Alright.
the count of 3, I'm gonna open the curtain. Are you guys
What do
ready?
you want us to use as
Hold on,
modifiers?
I'm doing my short bow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Okay.
use your strength, I guess.
Okay.
I mean,
Alright,
you,
are you talking
you-
to me?
Lou and Hugh,
Yes.
roll attacks with your perspective weapons.
Okay.
Got it.
Brady, just roll a d20 with your strength modifier.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Everybody ready?
Sorry, I'm bad at this game. Yeah, sure.
Alright. I did mine.
So that's a
Alright.
22.
Okay.
I got a 13, which isn't awful.
I got
Nope,
a
it's not awful.
21, I guess.
So y'all stand next to the curtain and just kind of silently, like 3, 2, 1, and then Feywing jerks aside the curtain and y'all start raining fire into this cavern, and all of a sudden, everything's fucking on fire. There are webs hanging down from the ceiling, and there are webs lining the walls. You can see some like little corpses and bones and shit, and
shit.
they're on fire. Like everything's on fire. It's not like it's not dangerous at the moment, but it has the potential to get dangerous. It's that scene in the movies where it's like the fire's creeping along the curtain and rising up the side to where you know you're gonna have to leave in a minute
Yeah.
before smoke inhalation. The kobold over there in the corner that you have put to sleep starts smoldering a little bit, and if he gets burned, he will wake up and start fucking with you.
Okay.
So just keeping that in mind.
I'm gonna roll perception real quick.
Yeah. Okay, while Saoirse's rolling, guys, okay, someone needs to find the tiles and someone needs to take care of that kobold. Who's doing it? Now, choose.
I can investigate and try to find the tiles.
Okay,
Be careful. Fire's not great.
I would suggest maybe looking in that giant pile over there.
Alright, so that's a 14 on investigation.
The check I need you to make for the tiles is perception.
Okay, so
So
ignore that.
yeah, do another perception, not the one that you did for whatever reason.
Okay.
The top one was.
Boop!
That's an 18.
That's much better.
That's a little bit better. All right, so Saoirse runs into the middle of the room, and
What do your elf eyes see?
and starts like wildly looking around, and it's like fire, 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 and then up near the top of the chamber, you see some shiny, glittery blue things kind of embedded in the ceiling.
This is gonna be like the first boss battle in Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, where like she's just gonna pop down and she's gonna start laying eggs, and it's gonna be terrible.
Oh god.
I don't like that.
No, so Saoirse looks up at the ceiling and and they can see some shiny blue sparkles.
Yeah.
Like maybe there's some magical tiles hidden in the ceiling.
All
but
right.
just as soon as Saoirse has seen this sparkle, it goes away all of a sudden. For some reason.
Oh, like something went in front of it.
Maybe I'm gonna need you all to roll a dexterity check, please. Dexterity save. Dexterity saving throws all around.
I got a 12.
I got a 16.
I got a 14.
God, y'all suck at this. Okay, well, y'all suck, and and coming down from the ceiling
No.
to land near you is the biggest, the baddest Vixtra.
She's friendly.
No, she's not. And since she falls on your head, you're gonna need to take some damage, and I don't know how much.
Fuck everything. Oh, God.
Can I make a nature check and see like what's the best spot to hit this spider in?
Sure.
Fuck yeah.
I'll have to make up an answer.
I got a 23 in nature. I know the fuck everything about this spider.
All right, so the giant spider falls to the ground, and is going to shoot webbing at who has the lowest hit points.
Wow, not me.
It's going to shoot the web at who's in front though. So Vixter is gonna shoot some webbing at Feywing.
Poor
Can I make
Feywing.
a dexterity save?
You did that already and you failed it
What? How did I feel that?
because I asked you to do that and you got well, no, wait.
I got 16.
I lied. You did get a 16. I'm sorry. We're targeting Saoirse instead.
Oh,
Well,
rude, first of all.
damn.
That's the same dexterity save instead of a different one?
Yeah. That's why I had you do a dexterity save. is
Okay, I
not
thought it
get
was
hit
so
by the
that she
spider.
wouldn't like hit us on our heads.
No, she's
Yeah.
all the way over there. Like,
Okay.
Never mind.
Sorry for being unclear on that. So Saoirse is so Vixra drops from the ceiling and starts shooting her webbing, and Feywing is able to dodge out of the way, and Perry only escapes by dint of being behind Feywing because Perry also failed the check, but I can't target more than one creature with the webbing.
I mean,
But Saoirse's unfortunately out in front.
I'm sorry for saying, but also I really enjoy fucking with Daniel.
Clearly, because this is not how it's supposed to go. But shoots the webbing at Saoirse, and Saoirse is entangled in the webbing. And now that that's happened, let's roll initiative.
Okay, do I have any like negatives to initiative because of this?
You're restrained. That's
Okay.
all. Oh, jeez, Hugh.
When I get... Oh, shit, that's a nat 20!
So Hugh's at the top of the order for once.
And
Yeah, I
I've
know.
got I've got a nat 20 minus 1. I've got a 19.
LOL.
You.
That's a
It's
nat
still
20
a critical
itself.
pass, though, regardless of
Well, it's
Modifier.
initiative.
the modifier. Mine's at 15, but I'm restrained.
Oh, shit, wait. Fuck. Why do I always fuck up the initiative? I lied. I fucked it up, and I lied. Okay, just kidding. It's an 8.
Okay. So
'Cause there's an initiative button, in case you were
There is an
all
initiative
fully
button.
unaware.
Unless you're
Yeah,
restrained.
but we can still roll d20s. It's still the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Alright.
yes.
So
so
I take your first roll. It's still valid.
Yeah,
Well, I didn't add my modifier to it, though.
Mm-hmm.
but you
Well,
got a d20. It's fine.
True.
You got a
True.
d20.
Would have been a
Alright,
nat 20
so-
anyway.
so top of the order for initiative is Perry,
Mm-hmm.
and then Feywing, Vixra, and then Say.
Okay. Alright.
Keeping in mind the room is on fire, and
Yeah.
we're running out of time.
No, I got
One
it.
at a
I
time.
have a plan, man. I got it. Alright, so Perry takes her bow and takes one of her arrows and lights it on fire because the fucking room is on fire.
Just
And
touches the wall.
aims through Feywing's legs and fucking shoots the spider.
Fucking shoots
It's
the
like
spider.
is like laying like on the ground underneath Feywing, like ready for this, and attempts to shoot the spider. So we'll see how this goes. That is a 23
Wow.
with 5
Alright, that-
piercing damage, and she's
that
gonna be
hits.
on fucking fire. Fight me.
I don't know what being on fire does.
You roll a separate thingy. I think it's another d8, and it does a separate kind of damage.
Fuck yeah.
And if it's higher than a 4, then she's on fire. I'm pretty sure.
Fuck yeah.
Alright.
That's a 1. That's a crit fail, so that's fine.
So you missed.
No, she's not on fire.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
yeah.
arrow went so fast it put itself out. Is
Yeah.
What happened.
Yeah, basically, like it went into her like leg joint, her shoulder, one of her 8 shoulders,
Uh-huh.
for 5 piercing damage, and she screamed very loudly in her small spider voice, but she is not in fact on fire.
She doesn't even have a voice. You didn't voice her yet. She hasn't said words.
She doesn't
It's a
have a voice. She's a giant spider. She's a
spider.
giant spider. She has a voice, but it's very like she has a very tiny voice for a very large spider.
I just want to say my favorite thing
That's-
about this is that the kobold shaman has a name,
Yeah.
but Vixra is just giant spider, and there
Well,
is nothing.
The kobold shaman also has a real name, but
It's
A1
Greg.
y'all didn't ask. Yeah, it's Greg. But
Greg
Poor
and Jerry and Jeff, and I don't care who you are, just please
And
bring the bodies in
Bobby,
here.
Bobby's one of them too. Okay, so Perry did a good hit the spider at Feywing. Would you like to do something, please?
I
It's your turn.
would.
Wait.
All right, here we go. So I am going to move as close to the spider as I can without
Oh,
fucking
God.
things up. And I am going to release my breath weapon, which is fire. Hopefully this
Yeah.
does something. So
Yeah.
I rolled 10. I just like that. You're gonna hear that
well-
nice and crisp on the audio.
Well, that's good. But Vixra being a giant spider, tucks and rolls out of the way
No. Half
because she
damage.
succeeded on her dex save.
So it's just half damage then.
So she tucks and rolls off to the side a little bit, but she still takes half damage. So that's 5.
Is she on
Oh,
fire?
man.
Is she on fire?
Yeah.
It says 10
it's a
fire
fire-
damage,
fire
my
mage?
guy.
Yeah.
So, and what's it above to make her on fire?
4.
Okay, just for my reference, not doubt.
Yeah.
Okay, so the now like she tucks and rolls, misses the bulk of it, but still takes 5 points of fire damage, and now she is physically on fire like the rest of the room. But she doesn't appreciate this development at all. So she is going to she's gonna run up on She's gonna run up on Feywing and bite Feywing.
Oh fuck.
Let me figure out how to do this.
Wait, I have a question. If a creature is on fire and bites you, are you also on fire?
I
mean,
have
like,
no damage.
I
No
know that you're like resistant to fire, but I am
Fire
so
doesn't
sure Perry
spread
is
that way.
not. So like, if Vixtra comes and bites me, will I also be on fire?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I don't think
So I shout to Perry, "Get the tiles! We can handle this!"
So when I click the thing that says what she does, do the numbers? Yeah, the numbers equal her attack. So I attack for 19.
Oof.
That hits.
Like that's my attack, and then it hits. Okay, that was what I was clicking for.
Wait, yeah. So that's against armor class, right?
Yeah. What's your armor class?
18. So that hits.
Yeah.
So close.
Okay.
But just barely.
So, just barely, yeah.
So you take 7 piercing damage, and then I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh fuck everything.
Okay, Constitution saving throw. Here we go. And I got a 21, my guys. Yeah. My
Constitution
scaly
up the
skin.
wazoo.
My scales.
In fact, I think like Vixra chips her tooth.
But it doesn't really matter, cause Feywing's unconscious again.
Bye.
That's not possible.
It is possible because they took 7 piercing damage, and with half damage from the failed half damage from the successful poison save, they take 5 more points of damage, so they're at -1.
Okay.
Right. See, that's why I was confused. They're not at -1.
Yeah, I know it doesn't go to -1, but
That's
where we're at.
Okay.
So, okay. Sorry for that extended interlude, and thank you for edifying me, everybody.
She is stable but poisoned for an hour, so if she wakes up, then she's still fucking paralyzed and poisoned.
Yeah.
That's all.
Which is not great.
That's not great, no.
So,
Good thing we still have 2 healing potions.
And now it's Saoirse's turn again, and I'm just gonna warn you, Saoirse, if you end your turn and nobody has dicked with Greg over there, Greg will wake up and be pissed.
Okay.
Just let me know.
I cast sleep again. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Please.
Alright. Oh wait, I have 2 on there, so I can cast up to 2. Can I do this yet?
I don't know. You've already cast 3 spells, and I don't know how your spell slots are doing.
I got 1 left.
Cool.
Alright, so I'm going to Okay, I'm gonna do Shocking Grasp. It's a cantrip.
Oh, whoops. Okay.
Onto the spider. And that's a 22. And it's 5
God.
lightning,
Oh god.
which means that she can't move the next turn.
Okay.
If it hits.
The 22? Yeah, that hits pretty good. That's 5?
Yep.
Cool. Alright, so the giant, so Vixra, so Saoirse cast Shocking Grasp, and Vixra, who's standing over Feywing's prone body,
Yeah.
kind of like seizes up like she's been hit by a taser, and all her legs kind of go in like, and so now she's paralyzed and on fire. She's not having a great day.
That's what happens when you mess with our take.
Okay.
Yep. So that's so that's that.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So over in the corner.
Okay. I got it.
So over in the corner, Greg is on fire as hell.
Hell yeah.
And hold on. So Greg ain't doing so hot. So Greg finds Greg's self on fire.
I think it's funny that he didn't wake up when he was set on fire. He woke up and is like, "Oh shit, I am on fire."
Yeah, like it's been smoldering and like creeping up his robe, and it finally got to the point where he can feel it, and he like sits up really hard and goes, "Oh shit, I'm on fire!" And and takes 7 points of fire damage and is on fire himself.
Oh
but,
my god.
But and like sits up and looks around and is like, oh god. Like kind of gets this whole shit look on his face, and then he looks over at the two of y'all and just kind of like narrows his eyes, like fuck y'all. And Lou and Hugh, I need you to.
Does Saoirse still look like a kobold?
Yeah, I do actually. This lasts for an hour.
And he's like, Bobby, you have betrayed me for the last time. And so make Lou and Hugh, I need you two to make dex saves, please.
Okay. Oh, good lord. Okay. I almost shut off my fucking short bow again. That's all I keep fucking pressing. Oh my god. Okay, dex save 19!
13!
19!
So Perry ducks out of the way very neatly.
Yep.
In my roguish ways.
Yep, just kind of like realizing something's about to happen. Perry steps back a little bit.
Yeah,
and
go backwards.
And either way, I don't care where you move to, just not there.
I'm gonna go
and
here.
not there either.
There.
and Greg is like looking over at you and is like, let's see how to let this shit, and reaches up to the lever. You assumed it was just a bone sticking out of the wall, but it's in fact a lever.
I was wondering what the fuck that was.
Yep, and pulls it down, and let's see.
Oh god.
And from the ceiling drops a cage of bone.
Oh.
And entraps Saoirse.
It's just a bone cage. I thought it was gonna be a pit and Say was gonna die. Okay, that's better.
No, inside the cage. And they are trapped inside the cage.
Okay, but like it has holes in it, so I can still like shoot an arrow through it.
You're in a cage.
Okay.
I have a question. Oh god.
Yeah.
My question is, how tall is this cave?
It is. Hold on. It is. The ceiling is 30 feet high.
Hell yeah. Okay.
So that's Greg's move, and he's real on fire, and I feel bad for this guy, because his life is gonna end real soon.
Oh, good. So I don't really have to do jack shit for Greg, do I?
Not really. So back at the top of the order, current situation: Greg's over there, conscious but on fire. Vixtra is also still very viable, also on fire. Feywing is unconscious. Saoirse is trapped in a bone cage, and Perry is freewheeling it. And also, the room's on fire, and it's starting to fill up with smoke, and maybe we want to fix that.
Okay, I have a question again. Sorry, I thought Vixtra was paralyzed.
Yeah, she is.
Vixtra is paralyzed. I'm sorry, that's my fault. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, where are the shiny blue things on the ceiling in relation to Vixtra right now?
They're, like, directly above her.
Oh, fuck everything. Oh, I am gonna regret what I'm about to do. But
wait, no, don't do anything with the tiles because I can just mage hand them later.
Oh, no, that's right. That's right.
But Lou, I really wanted to see Perry like fucking Wonder Woman shield off of.
That's not what I was gonna do, but like, sure, you can pretend.
But no, don't do that. Let Saoirse mage hand it.
No, I was gonna like shoot a fucking an arrow into the ceiling and fucking climb it.
That's the thing too, but
that's fine.
Say's right about mage hand.
Who has more hit points right now, the Kobold Shaman or Vixtra? Probably Vixtra. Right?
Vixtra, hands down.
Okay.
Stab the shit out of her with your strongest thing.
I mean, yep, that's what I was planning on doing. Which I am pretty damn sure is still my short bow. I think. Yeah, 1d6 plus 3.
Because Greg's definitely going to bite it here in the next turn, I think.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, I'm going to attack Vixtra with my short bow again, because I like doing that. And that would be a 22 with 8 damage.
Alrighty. So, you dodge off to the side of the bone cage and Legolas this short bow, and shoot Vixtra in another one of her shoulders. And she, like, screams at you in her tiny spider voice.
But she's paralyzed.
Like, well, I mean, she has a tiny voice, so it doesn't matter if she's paralyzed, because she doesn't make any noise anyway. She's just like,
That's nobody could see that but us. But sure.
But you don't have to see it. It's just the audio quality. Just yeah. Okay, and so Vixra takes 8 points of piercing damage. 2 arrows in her, still on fire. She's not having a real great day.
Sorry, one more question.
Still kicking.
The fire damage kicks on her turn, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay. I have 18 arrows left, y'all. Let me not use all of them, please.
Alright, Feywing, I need you to make a death save, please.
Wow, that got sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's just a plain old D20, right?
Yep.
Okay, there we go. Alright, click in the death save. Death save roll. That's a 10.
Hey.
That's good.
Nope, that is a fail.
It's a fail?
That's a done
one-
fail.
one-
Oh, it's 11 too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A done fail.
Yeah.
So
Guys.
Feywing has failed 1 death save.
Oh, is it only 1? I thought it was... Oh, no, it's 1. Oh, no, you
Yep.
failed the 1 before we healed you. Okay, good. You're not dead
No,
yet.
we're doing a Nana all over again. It's fine.
Do
all
not.
right, so now it's Vix. Now it's Vixra's turn. Vixra is paralyzed and also takes Lou one more D8 of fire damage. Yeah.
Yes.
Since they're on fire.
Yes.
Okay. And
Anybody gonna roll that?
I am rolling
So
it.
you're rolling it. Okay.
Yes. Because I am Spider Killer.
Yeah.
And I'm not Spider Killer. I'm controller of the spider, but. So Vixra. So Vixra is curled up on the floor of her home, watching all of her possessions burn around her. One of her faithful kobolds has betrayed her, and the others are dying slowly. Paralyzed by some power that she can't explain, there is nothing that she can do but let the flames creep over her body, and slowly, agonizingly, painfully, she burns
Oh, this is
to death.
horrible.
Did she die?
And Vixra-
Hell
Vixra's
yeah,
dead.
we did it!
So,
See,
Vixra-
this is what you get for not being a nice friend who can be talked to.
But we're not out of initiative yet, because actually Greg hasn't died yet. So Sayersha, you're still trapped in the bone cage.
Okay, but
You don't need to waste any time on Greg, but you are trapped.
I'm just gonna, like, move to the edge of the bone cage and, like, reach my little elf arms through the bones and pour another potion of greater healing down Feywing's throat.
See, listen, I closed the potion thing because I didn't think we'd need it anymore.
There was a giant fight, why wouldn't we need it?
Okay,
It's like
look.
I'm gonna die. Alright, so
Lou
that's
only has 1 potion of healing left.
Yes.
yeah. That's 4d4 plus 4.
Oh, God.
Yes. I
That's
can
your
roll
healing Feywing for.
I'll roll that. 4d4 plus 4.
Well, shit.
That's
Whoa.
a 17.
Alright.
Yeah.
You're back on
up.
your. That is
So Feywing
one
is
critical
back in
fail
action.
and 3 critical successes. So I feel like this should do, like, super good things.
Yeah, you're Feywing's all the way up. So
Oh!
I just
All
imagine
right.
Feywing getting up,
Can I-
turning around, and throwing the bone cage off.
I was
of
gonna
the
ask, can I
thing.
throw the bone cage?
Like,
Please,
whoosh.
please, please.
so do me a strength check then.
Yeah. Give me a strength check.
Yay!
Yay! Alright, hang on. I got this. If I could click on things, strength check, rolling! Oh, that's a 7.
Maybe you're a little bit woozy from
So-
just being unconscious.
Okay, there's
So
smoke
say-
inhalation happening. I'm
So
like,
Sayersha pours the potion into Feywing's mouth. Feywing sits up with a mighty gasp and a roar, looks around, everything's on fire. Sayersha's in a cage and is like, I will help my tiny friend, and grasps the bone cage and lifts with a mighty heave, and then sits down really hard because they're still really weak from the death save and the cage is heavier than they thought.
Yeah.
LOL. Okay.
So that happened. Meanwhile, in the corner, Greg has Greg is like watching the slowly burning body of Vixra and kind of panicking. Oh no, my queen, my lady, oh my god! And like runs over and like prostrates himself on her corpse.
Did you just say prostrate?
It's a word.
Yep.
What does it mean?
Lie flat.
Okay, thank you.
And
hugs
her like shriveling corpse and is like, roll down together, and takes 5 more points of fire damage, and he's still not dead.
What the fuck?
I don't know why he's harder to kill than the giant spider.
It's the power of faith, TM.
I guess so. So he's like clinging to her fiery corpse, and they're both kind of on fire, but he's still living and he's still kicking. I guess he could probably do something else, but and so next in the order is Perry. Okay,
well, obviously Kobold Shaman is trying to kill himself, so I'm just gonna come over here and do a strength check and try to do this cage thing.
You make this, and Feywing did not. I'm gonna leave.
Perry doesn't give a fuck today. Let me tell you.
It's one
Perry's
of those
been
things
doing good
where
today, so.
I feel like it's one of those things where it's like high stakes, high adrenaline. We've got smoke happening. We just gotta go.
Yeah.
Because
No,
this
not
chamber has
-2.
no. This chamber has no ventilation except the.
God damn it! That's a 6. I fucked it up.
So Perry runs over and like observing that there's more smoke building up in this room. It's not really venting through the passage with the curtain over it. Like goes over and tries to, instead of like pulling up, tries to push the cage over from the top of Saoirse, and it doesn't go.
Maybe you should work together.
Yeah, right?
It doesn't quite work.
Together we would have had a 14, so that might have done some good.
Next in the order is Feywing.
Alright, I'm really like upset now, so I'm gonna take my longsword out and try to like slice through the bone, or even just use the broadside of it and just smack it, like dissolve it. So
Feywing, that's not
stand back! Stand back! Stand back!
Feywing, that's not about right. Feywing, okay. Oh my god, it's 17 for fuck's sake!
Alright, so Feywing takes out her longsword and starts like mightily hacking away at the bone cage, and it definitely shakes, rattles, and rolls, and it takes 6 points of slashing damage, but it does not in fact fall apart because it has hit points.
It does. It has 10.
No, it does not.
Oh, it has one that?
Yes,
But
it
it said
does.
10.
Nope. It has
Wait,
one.
the bone cage has hit points?
It does.
Yeah.
Okay, so Saoirse, it's your go.
Okay,
I would suggest, sorry, I would suggest maybe just mage handing those tiles over there, maybe, if you got something.
Yeah,
that would be.
I think that's a good idea. We'll figure out the cage thing eventually. Alright, so I'm mage handing the tiles down.
Alright, so Saoirse casts Mage Hand. A spectral hand reaches up to the top of the ceiling, and with lovely finesse born of years of magical training, gently pries out the 3 tiles from the ceiling. 1, 2, 3. Kind of fumbles one, snatches it out of midair. Way cool. And brings them down to rest on the floor beside Feywing, not in the cage. So,
Yeah.
Saoirse got the tiles handled. And, let me, hang on a second, I want to be a dick. I would like to be a dick. Let me do something real quick.
Is that
He's gonna take the fire damage first.
So, Greg lifts his head from where he's cradling Vixer's gently smoldering corpse, and goes, "You ruined everything." And Greg casts Healing Word on himself.
No!
But doesn't he have to take the fire damage first?
Greg casts Healing Word and takes fire damage at the same time, which cancel each other out, to where Greg has big 1 hit point left. But Greg still has 1 hit point, so Greg is kicking it. And so, as the order rolls back around to Perry, like pieces of burning web start falling from the ceiling.
Oh my god.
And like now there's embers in the air. There's smoke everywhere. Y'all start having to like y'all start having trouble breathing, and if you stay in here too much longer, you're going to start to take some kind of damage from smoke inhalation.
Perry goes
Perry's
over to the shaman and fucking stabs him because she's so done with this shit. Perry is progressively done with everything, and that's a 23, my guy, with 4 piercing damage. Please be fucking dead. Go die.
So, Perry, you got any... So Perry runs up to Greg and is like, please just fucking die, and like stabs him in the chest, and he this still smoldering kobold.
Wait, I got it. I'm sorry. So Perry goes over there and like holds up this dagger like high above her head and like goes, "This is for Nana," and then just stabs him, and that's what happens.
Good. So Greg takes the full force of this blow straight in his scaly chest, and he kind of like his breath catches, and he like reaches up to touch the dagger, and then he leans up and grabs Perry by the collar and leans him real close and goes, "I don't fucking know, Nana," and then he dies.
Oh man.
And we're finally out of initiative because
God, that took forever.
It did. So there you go. So that's great. Everyone's dead. Huzzah!
And we didn't die.
We didn't die. Saoirse's still trapped, and everything's on fire.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll a strength check to see if I can maybe like at this point just rip everything apart, because
that's not how this is gonna.
It's something. It's. I feel like my rolls have been pretty much consistent, so it's one thing or another. So I'm rolling a strength check.
Yep.
And that is an 11, which is not great.
So Feywing like gets really upset and starts like tugging at the bars, like trying to pull them apart laterally. Like, there's gotta be a way. There's gotta be a way.
They're kobolds. They're not that smart.
Oh man,
Harry, help me!
It's holding together too hard.
Harry got a 19. That's a nat 20, my guy. On a strength check.
So you know how when mothers see their child trapped under a car, they can throw cars all of a sudden? It is becoming both easier and harder to see because while everything's on fire, there's billowing black smoke everywhere, and like everyone's starting to cough and have problems breathing. And Saoirse's looking a little bit faint because she's a tiny little elf creature and not built for this kind of hard things. And Feywing's just getting angrier, and Perry, seeing her friends in distress, is suddenly overtaken with a wave of adrenaline, puts her tiny, tiny hands at the bottom of the cage and fucking, like, lifts up as hard as shit. And the bone cage goes flying into the back of the room and shatters against the back wall.
Okay.
And then I suggest, guys, I suggest we just grab those tiles and fucking run. Is that cool?
Let's go!
Okay, goodbye!
So the three of you pick up all your shit and you run out of the burning cave through the entry cave, carefully avoiding the pit traps, and burst out through the waterfall in a majestic spray of water. Everyone's a little singed, everyone's a little smoky, everyone's coughing a little bit, but you have survived, and you have all 9 tiles for Elaria Feywing's frickin' puzzle.
So Saoirse kind of starts to rinse off with the water a little bit, sort of exasperated and very happy that they all made it out alive. Well, that certainly is an adventure that I can write down. Wow, we did it!
Perry takes out, I think she has pigtails. Yeah, she does. She takes out her pigtails and, like, wrings out her hair like they do in all the movies. And then fucking just ties them back in really quick and is like, I don't know about y'all, but I am really tired of almost dying all the time. Feywing, do you want to get a drink?
Yeah, I think we need to go back. But we got these tiles. We gotta figure out what this whole hubbubaloo is about, because I am not feeling this.
I think we can do it if we all work together. We're a pretty good team.
Yeah, I agree.
And I'm gonna go over to my two smalls. I'm gonna go over to my two smalls and give them both a smack on the back, but a little too hard for both of them. No Dice is part of the Pocket Podcast Network, delivering quality content right to your pocket.